It all looks so perfect. Shelves full of stuff, all lined up. Clean, colorful, labels that say things like natural, heart healthy, or made with real ingredients. You've definitely seen it before. Probably even bought it. But what if I told you those promises are just lies, hidden behind a dark loophole that nobody really talks about? Go inside your pantry and get your favorite snack. Flip the box over, and it's all there for you to read. Those weird chemicals you can't even pronounce. Ingredients banned in other countries, yet they're still in our food. And the worst part? It's all completely legal. This isn't some fear tactic either. This is what happens when our food stops being food and becomes a product. This is Morbid World, and this is how your lunch might be killing you. Think you are eating safe? Think again. The truth is, most of what you eat every day has hidden dangers you've never even thought about. It's everywhere. In your grocery store, your fast food joint, even your school cafeteria. You're probably used to hearing about fast food being bad for you, but let's be real. It's not just the burgers and fries, it's the chemicals. MSG, BHA, and one I honestly can't even pronounce. You'll find these in frozen meals, chips, and even your beloved fast food. And the worst part? These chemicals are linked to everything from headaches, brain damage, and cancer. And they are all 100% legal. Yet, nobody really talks about them. But it doesn't stop there. Take a stroll down your favorite grocery aisle, and you'll find the same disturbing trend. Bottled drinks, processed snacks, even so-called healthy options are packed with these toxic additives. Now let's get into the ingredients. Did you know there are chemicals in our food that we eat every day that are entirely banned in other countries? Like, they're completely illegal. For example, this one. Again, I can't even pronounce it. It's a chemical used to bleach flour. But the crazy part is, it's also used to make yoga mats. But in the US, it's in your bread, cakes, and even some pizzas. And then there's TBHQ, a preservative used in fast food oils that's been linked to neurological damage. And you're eating it every time you hit that drive-thru. These chemicals may seem small, but they accumulate, which means over time, their effects compound, leading to long-term damage that's irreversible. And that's just scratching the surface. Because once you start digging, you realize it's not just what's in your food. It's where it's allowed, why it's allowed, and how other countries looked at the same chemicals and said, nope. Let's talk about Europe. The European Union has banned or restricted over 1,600 food additives, meaning if something might be dangerous, they hold off. They wait, and then they study it. In the US, we do the opposite. If it's profitable, it's probably on the shelf. Take a popular citrus-flavored drink here in the United States. It used to contain BVO. This chemical was used to keep artificial flavors from separating, but it's also used in flame retardants. It builds up in human tissue and has been linked to memory loss and nerve issues. It's banned in over 100 countries, yet here, millions drank it daily for decades before it was finally phased out just recently. And not because of regulation, but because of public pressure. Or look at food dyes, for example. I know you've heard of these. Red 40, yellow 5, blue 1, usually found in candy and things like that. These synthetic dyes are made from petroleum byproducts, and they are in everything, from snack bags to kid drinks to breakfast cereals. Europe banned them or requires warning labels because they have been linked to hyperactivity, behavioral issues, and even possible DNA damage in children. But in the US, no warning, no restrictions, just a big bright label that says fun colors. And it's not like these are rare products either. They are on school lunch trays, in gas stations, in vending machines, and even in most homes. Same products, same brands, completely different ingredients depending on where they are sold. One side of the ocean gets safer food, and the other side gets tested on. So why is this allowed? Why do companies keep using chemicals banned in other countries? One word: money, of course. The food industry in the US spends over $100 million every year on lobbying. Not on safety, not on testing, just lobbying. These companies don't just influence the laws, they help write them. And they have designed the system so it works in their favor. The same executives who run massive food corporations, they sit on advisory panels, they influence FDA decisions, they show up in courtrooms, in Congress, in policy meetings, and they always say the same thing: it's safe, trust us. But their goal isn't to protect you. It's to protect their profit margins. Think about it. If a chemical makes the food cheaper to produce, last longer on the shelf, look prettier under store lights, they'll use it. Even if it comes with health risks, even if it's banned somewhere else, and even if it means your kids eat it every day without even knowing it. Because the system is built on this one ugly truth. It's not about your health. It's about what they can get away with and how much money they can make. Now here's the part nobody wants to admit. It's not that these chemicals are weird, and it's not that they are just banned somewhere else. It's what they do to us over time. Obviously, you don't eat one snack and just drop dead. But if you eat it for 10, 15, 20 years, make it a part of your daily diet and daily routine, and eventually, your body will start breaking down. Studies have linked these additives to things like chronic inflammation, gut microbiome disruption, hormonal imbalances, insulin resistance, cognitive issues, hyperactivity in children, and even early puberty in females. This stuff doesn't happen overnight, yes. You don't feel anything happening, yes. But decades of exposure, and it adds up. And you are not thinking back to those box of crackers or those frozen burritos. But maybe you should. Because this isn't just about one snack. This is about a system designed to keep you full, hooked, and sick. All while they fill their pockets with money. And yet somehow it gets even darker. Because the way we treat the animals that make up our food, that's a part of it too. Have you ever seen how mass market chickens are raised? Crammed into tiny cages, no room to move. They are fed growth hormones to bulk up faster, so fast their legs can barely support their own weight. Some die before they even reach the slaughter line. Pigs, kept in gestation crates, so small they can't even turn around. Beaten, mutilated, pumped full of antibiotics, just to keep them alive long enough to kill. These animals aren't food. They are products in a machine. And the same chemicals we are talking about, they are in their feed, in their water, and in the packaging. You eat the meat, you eat what they were given too. Factory farming doesn't just raise animals in misery, it raises food that's contaminated, antibiotic resistant, and pumped full of synthetic garbage. And again, it's all legal. The worst part about this all is we got used to it. Back in the day, it was not like this at all. Things were fresh, and people actually cared about what they were putting into their bodies. Bright aisles, colorful boxes, happy commercials. But flip that box over, and it's a horror story in plain sight that we don't even realize. Most of us don't read the labels, we don't question the system, we just trust the front, and that's exactly how they like it. This isn't about one bad product. This is about a system that treats humans like test subjects. That trades your health for shelf life and calls it progress. But now you know, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. You'll still pass the same aisles, you'll still see the same brands, but something's different now. It doesn't look as harmless. It doesn't feel like a choice. You know what's behind the curtain, and maybe that changes how you eat now. Or maybe it just makes you really angry. Either way, you're not going back to blind trust, and now you really know what's inside the food you eat every day. Hello everybody. If you made it to the end of the video, as usual I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I've had a ton of fun here during my first almost full week of making these videos here on YouTube. And trust me, I do not plan on stopping anytime soon. That being said, if you like today's topic, please like, comment, and maybe even consider subscribing. It really helps with the algorithm and gets these videos recommended to more people. Also, if you guys have any recommendations for future video ideas, drop them in the comments. I read everything down there, and I'll definitely start covering the ones that stand out. Thanks again seriously for watching, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Banger. There we go.